Let's get to Missouri now, where voters have a number of issues to decide at the polls on Tuesday. Here's one that caught our eye in Grandview. Leaders there were trying to standardize how long terms are for the mayor and aldermen. Question 1 would set a 4-year term for mayor. That's twice what it is now. And question 2 sets a 4-year term for the Board of Aldermen. In Harrisonville, several tax issues will be on the ballot, including a city sales tax increase. There's also a proposed 1-cent gas tax and bonds meant to improve the water system. And voters in the Independent School District will have a say on the 4-day school week that's been in effect for a couple of years now at ISD. A state law adopted last year is forcing this vote. Parents have been mixed on the issue.
Their grades have improved, their enthusiasm for school has improved. They've been able to miss less school because it allows us to have 1 day a week where if I need to make dental, medical.
Although I understand the school system's not supposed to be your child care, parents kind of rely on that. So it's been a little hard for some parents.
Now, the school system does offer child care on the Mondays off for a price. Administrators are hopeful voters will decide to keep the shorter week in place. They say they've already seen better grades and more experienced teachers staying on in the district. Perhaps the biggest issue in Missouri Tuesday, at least in our area, is one for all of Jackson County to decide. Voters will choose if the Jackson County assessor should be elected, picked by the people, instead of appointed by the county executive. We asked the new county exec, Phil Lavoda, about this last week.
There's some pros and cons to it. The pros are that the people get to choose an assessor and they elect it. Jackson County is the only county in the state that doesn't elect their assessor. The con is that you don't have the county executive being the ultimate authority over the assessor, which has been problematic before. As we found out, the assessor who answers to the county executive passed the buck.
Frustrations reached a fever pitch 2 years ago over sky-high property assessments and more recently with commercial assessments. Our roundtable's back to discuss the big issues and races in Missouri. Please welcome to the program Savannah Holly Bates, KCUR's Missouri government and politics reporter, along with our Michael Mahoney. Let's start with question 1 in Jackson County. The new county exec, admittedly pretty non-committal on this from what we just heard, but Savannah, this is a major issue for voters.
Yeah, this has been something that people in Jackson County, especially Eastern Jackson County, have been talking about for a really long time. They've been frustrated over their property taxes for years now, and there's some hope here that if there's an elected assessor, there'll be someone who's more committed to the people, someone who, voters who are in support of electing an assessor say won't stop the appeals process when they get overwhelmed, things like this. But something to remember is that whether or not the assessor is elected, no matter which way voters decide, is that, property taxes, property values nationwide are still going up. They're still skyrocketing. That's no different in Jackson County. The assessor can't change that. And one of the concerns that people who say they are against electing an assessor is that if the assessor is elected, they might artificially keep property taxes low so they can keep winning elections. And so there's this tug and pull here between we want someone who has more accountability to the people, but also no matter who's in the position, no one can really make property values go down like they want.
Sure, but when you have 100% raises and all that, you get some of the angst. It really drove the recall election of Frank White.
Yeah, it really did. And Savannah's point about electability here, I think, is an important one. Number one is I don't think many people understand the job of the assessors. I think Jackson Countyans have a little bit better understanding than most folks. Secondly, it's the only appointed position on this, and there are very few places in Missouri where this dynamic takes place. Metro St. Louis and Metro Kansas City are the only places where the property tax issue resonates as much as it does. And so then you come to the question that Savannah raised here, is whether or not you have a county assessor who wants to keep the job and would artificially keep the property tax rates low. There was a charge in the discussion for a long time that was the case in Jackson County, that the rates were kept artificially low when they should have been incrementally increasing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do want to end on independence with the 4-day school week going to voters, really, after it has been in effect for years. What should we expect there?
Yeah, well, this is something that's really interesting because Independence is really the biggest and first school district to have to be tested in this way. The only other school district that's had to vote on a 4-day week has had 500 students in the district. Independence has 14,000. So, This is something that the district says has helped teacher retention, has helped even student success, although there's some questions about if that success is really a post-COVID comeback or not. What's really important here is that there hasn't been enough time to test out the 4-day school week in Independence. It's only been in effect for 2 years. And so this vote is really the parents in the district, the people who live in the Independence School District, saying, what have we seen? Have we felt like it's been better? There's a lot of support from Independence School District staff, and I guess now we'll see what the parents decide.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Savannah Holly Bates, Michael Mahoney, thank you so much.